Well, kids, how you doing?
Hi,
Good.
good.
How
How
are
are you?
you?
I am so grateful and pleased to be able to chat with you and meet you after watching this film. Um, Scary as hell. It's just a life-changing, scary film.
Mm, thank
Uh,
you.
Katie, what a great job you did in this, and wow, you're surrounded by just terrific actors. That's gotta buoy you up as far as how you take on this character.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah,
And working with Patricia Heaton, I mean, my gosh, I couldn't think of a better person to play this role.
I know, right? Yeah, we were just talking about her in our previous interview, and she's working with actors who have the amount of decades of experience. You just look into that person's eyes and you're like, oh, I'm held. And she's so committed to the truth of the moment that it makes working with her very, very easy.
And Angela putting all this together and giving us something that's, very fresh in the horror genre. Um, Talk to me a little bit about the story, and it really relates to you quite a bit, doesn't it?
Yeah, it was inspired, and it's a tricky film to talk about without giving it away, but I'll try. It was inspired by some big life-changing events that were happening in my family, the sort of generational changing of the guard. I was getting married, my husband and I were talking about starting our family. My mother was getting older. My grandmother was entering the final chapter of her life, and what it looks like and feels like to go through that generational changing of the guard,
Yeah.
the way caretaking shifts, the way mortality comes into play, the ugly feelings you feel sometimes, and like sometimes you treat the people, not that my mother ever did this. My mother is honestly a saint. But like sometimes when you're stressed, you don't act your best, and things can come out and we can take things out on the people. We do take the most out on the people that we love the most. And end of life is like a great grappling with all of the relationships that we've created in our life. So it was all of those kinds of things.
Yeah, and it is hard to talk about this movie without revealing it because I think people need to go in and see this movie without any anticipation, anybody telling them what it's about, because I think it's going to be about something different for everybody seating and watching it. Katie, talk to me about Harper and putting on her skin.
Hmm. Um, well, I had a lot of help with Angela and getting to be a part of the process as Harper was being developed. So I had a sense of what she meant to Angela and who she was as Angela conceptualized her and created her. I also like when I watch movies, I really immerse myself in the other actors. So I like project my experience upon the person who's taking us through the story. And I think as I continue to act in film, I think about that
Hmm.
a lot is how do I be a vessel for the audience who's like the last piece to the story experience. Um, I trusted my own emotional landscape of how to access her emotionally, and which felt uncomfortable because a lot of what she was going through is emotions I don't like love revealing, but it's a part of who I am. So that was freeing and exciting to get to explore that in this context.
What was it? A claustrophobic shoot for you?
Yeah. Yeah, it was. We shot in one location and always in indie film there's like a lot of hands on deck in a closed space, or that's been my experience of it. So that can feel like ah. And before you set up a take, it's, a lot of moving parts and then it's like, okay, go perform. Um, which is hard. It's really hard. But to your point, definitely like lends to the experience, the creative process.
Angela, my gosh, I mean, you know where to put your camera, you know
Mm.
how to use shadow, you know all of that. Is that a God-given gift or just years of study?
That is Kasusha Genenfeld, our cinematographer, who's a genius.
Yeah.
She is such a talent. She's really incredible, and we just hit it off and worked so well together. And really, um, for a first-time director, that DP is your lifeline in a lot of ways. That's such an intimate relationship, and she just saw the film so specifically. We only had 15 days to shoot, and so we created rules around how we wanted to tell the story, how we wanted to build that sense of claustrophobia and sort of unease as we're off center, and you know, Tar was kind of a big inspiration in terms of like n not getting coverage on everyone. And, it's really about Harper, and a lot of times the other actors are used as weapons in space to cast shadow
Yeah.
to make her feel small and make her feel contained. And so it was a really fun challenge for the two of us to figure out how we were going to do this in 15 days.
Well, and I want to throw some love out to Hannah Reese. Wow, what a performance there too. Just an amazing actress. And man, this cast you put together, Angela, was, I say this with all due respect, it's a godsend. I mean, it is really one of the best casts, and everybody's spot on.
Absolutely. And, I am just so lucky that Katie and Emma, who played Bet, are dear, dear friends of mine and who were willing to do this. Ah.
Wow. Back in the days when we were working for pizza, uh, you always called on your friends, but this movie transcends because I think everybody in it wanted it to be great. And
Yeah.
you can tell that as an audience when you're looking at even the stuff going on in the back, and all of that. It's everybody was really focused.
Yeah. Brilliant artists just putting so much into the work. It was really humbling and just a really cool thing.
Katie, will you be stepping behind the camera and calling the shots soon?
Oh gosh, Tony. I, I think probably, yeah. I think probably at some point. I definitely love to control a film set when I'm on it. So, and that's not the actor's job. So definitely producing, maybe directing. I haven't accomplished all the goals I'd really love to accomplish as an actor. So that's what I've been working towards for a long time. But yeah, certainly in the future.
Angela, did you give your actors a little bit of leeway in doing some maybe ad-libbing if it needed to come up?
We didn't do much ad-libbing, no. I would say the most would be physical ad-libbing that you did, Katie, because there's so much of you alone or you with baby in space. And I think that's where I felt the most sort of exploratory freedom within a really, really tight schedule.
When you look at this film, Katie, and you've seen it probably a few times, is there a moment that just steps out to you and says, "Wow, this I was in the moment then. This is a beautiful scene or moment."
Yeah, I mean, I think this is one of the most beautiful films I've been a part of. I think it is shot so beautifully and lit so well.
Mm,
I don't love watching myself. All I can really see are mistakes, or something I would have done differently. To be honest, I'm just not great at it. I'm a perfectionist, and but I am I'm proud of the performance, and very proud of the film. I think the twist is so beautiful.
yeah.
Um, and it gets you in the way Angela built frustration and tension. Like there's a real frustration, I think, that audiences feel watching it until the release of the twist. that I think is executed brilliantly.
And I think you both are brilliant, and this collaboration, as I said, is a great one. I know you have a time that you have to get out of here, so I'm going to let you go. But you both are just tremendous artists, and I hope you guys work together again. It seemed like it was a real magic time.
It was really special. It was cool. We've known each other a long time, so it's kind of amazing to get to explore a relationship through director actor.
Well, you kids stay cool and keep doing this.
Keep all
Thank
love.
you.
Thanks. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Thank you.